Welcome to the University of Houston Clear Lake's 2020 Virtual State of the University Address, Into the Beyond. The COVID-19 pandemic has caused us all to have to rethink, reconfigure, and re-engage in how we socially interact, but has not stopped our drive, productivity, or impact on the lives of our students, alumni, university partners, our community, and the world. This year's State of the University Address utilizes technology we have all come to know too well to share the past year's accomplishments and our future goals. Before the formal presentation, I am pleased to share a few highlights that will help set the stage for considering the overall status of our university. Impact 2025 and beyond. Our strategic plan is completing Tier 2, which aligns business and support unit strategies with the overall strategy map developed during Tier 1. In the coming year, we will develop Tier 3, which will align individual employee stakeholder objectives with Tiers 1 and 2. I am proud to report that our status as Hispanic Serving Institution, or HSI, is only getting stronger as 40% of our student body identifies as Hispanic. We are proud to be truly representative of our region and assert confidently that all who come to UH Clear Lake are valued and have a voice that is welcomed and heard. Enrollment is currently 9,144 students. Having had 3 consecutive record-breaking enrollment years prior to 2020, I am pleased to report that while national enrollment trends are declining, ours is holding fast, even as we navigate a pandemic. In response to the COVID-19 pandemic and to support students enduring financial, emotional, and logistical challenges, the CARES Act was passed by the U.S. Senate and House on March 27, 2020. In April 2020, UH Clear Lake received our share of CARES Act funding, over $5.5 million. 50% of the allocation, nearly $2.8 million, went directly to student support in the form of financial aid. UH Clear Lake also received over $400,000 in MSI funding. And beyond that, UH Clear Lake has dedicated institutional resources of its own to help support our students, already in excess of $5 million in total impact, most of which will not be covered by the CARES Act funding, but was critical to supporting our students, staff, and faculty. Finally, UHCL Teach, a highly successful program designed to better prepare and support highly qualified secondary math and science teachers, has officially kicked off. A collaboration between the College of Education and the College of Science and Engineering, and part of a national model, 45 universities nationwide are implementing this program. UHCL Teach will support secondary STEM education in our region like no other. More information and details regarding these highlights and many others are available on the Office of the President website. So I thank you for your hard work, care, and support. It is an honor to serve our university and region. Until we see each other in person, stay healthy, stay focused, work hard, and keep a positive attitude, because that is the Hawk way.
This university is literally like a second home to me. It's kind of like a really big family, and once you get to know the faculty and staff and you start to feel comfortable with them, it's a great experience.
One of the things that everyone says when they meet our students is they are amazed at how committed they are to their future and how appreciative they are of the faculty and the staff who are here to support them. We have an extraordinary obligation to help them find their own path, each and every one of them, their pathway to their future, so that they can be satisfied, prosperous, and contribute to the communities in which they live. The state of the University of Houston Clear Lake is what we believe the state is of all human beings, and it is promise. Promise, if we can support each other, we can improve the world, and we can get through virtually anything.
Even a pandemic.
I am tremendously impressed with the students, faculty, and staff, and their ability to rise to any occasion. We have been experiencing this pandemic and racial unrest, and also economic downturn, which has affected everyone. Despite that, they've all had their eye on our target, which is to become a better institution serving our region through our students.
This pandemic and this, time of quote-unquote uncertainty has really allowed us to think ahead, to think outside the box, to be innovative, to be creative in new ways to serve our students.
The university tackling the challenges of 2020 head on.
We've started offering a hybrid model for our students, providing student services. They can either do it virtually or they can do it in person.
University leaders follow the science and take every precaution to keep those students who choose the on-campus option safe and healthy during this unprecedented time. Student safety ambassadors walk the campus, goodie bags in tow, reminding fellow students to mask up and offering one if needed. All classes are socially distanced. The UHCL Police Department is holding meet and greets, a direct response to students' interest in getting to know the officers and learn how they operate. And so important, students have access to mental health counseling.
We know a lot of our students are going through rough times that are affecting them from a mental health perspective. Well, now we're offering these services virtually. It's all about touch points. How much access can you have to students, whether it's virtually or in person? Since we're seeing this increase and this opportunity to interact with our students and serve them, we're going to continue this. We're using some of the initiatives to serve students in this hybrid model. They're here to stay.
Students say the willingness of university leaders to be nimble, think outside the box, and listen is what sets UHCL apart.
Everybody at this university is working towards student-driven solutions, which is something I like a lot because I feel like our voices are really being heard and changes are being made.
Even when it comes to difficult topics like race and social justice.
Hi everyone, and welcome to our third town hall to continue a discussion between our students and our administration about racial injustice and what UHCL is doing to create a change.
Change begins with administrators and faculty engaging with students directly to address their concerns. But the dialogue extends far beyond that.
For example, Dr. Blake, her schedule is so busy. Like, it is so busy. And so for her to take like an hour out on short-term notice and just sit down and talk with the students about the way we feel, and I can be completely candid and just be like, okay, to get to the point, this is what the students are saying. And she's very receptive and she has very thick skin, so she doesn't take anything personally and more so takes, okay, what can I do about this? What can I take from this student's experience and how can I help them? Which I think is a very great attitude to have as a university administrator.
Dr. Ira K. Blake, UHCL's first Black woman president, is now in her third year of leading a student body of 9,000 plus, 45% of whom self-identify as Hispanic. Like everyone, she brings her lived experience to the table.
I am a person who grew up in a segregated neighborhood, whose street was split down the middle in order to integrate the school districts locally. My father worked at a steel mill. My mother raised the children. They started out as sharecroppers, but always said that there are incredible opportunities out there for you if you're willing to work hard and ask for help and also give help. So what is most important to me about what we're trying to do here when it comes to any of these social injustices that we've experienced historically in this society is not to just talk about them. Talk is the first thing that you need to do, is to get some sense of what the concerns are. But we have to identify some strategies to actually minimize and in some places hopefully eliminate some of those injustices.
More town halls are planned addressing specific concerns of underrepresented groups. Faculty who are experts in diversity and inclusion will mentor colleagues, and faculty have proposed the development of an equity and ethnic studies program.
Everyone understands that in a community, we all look out for one another. We share, we partner, we step up.
Partnerships are at the core of everything UHCL, on both the main and Pearland campus.
Oh, I love this place because it is premier partnership. When we talk about the City of Pearland, the Economic Development Corporation, the Chamber of Commerce, the City Council, all interested and invested in what we do on this campus to develop the town, the city of Pearland.
Additional Pearland campus partnerships include Alvin Community College and several local school districts.
So the high school students, many of them graduate before high school graduation. They actually graduate with their associate's degrees. Can you imagine that? And then they're able to partner with us for bachelor's degrees. And recently, within the last year, we've added master's degrees here and also an educational degree in educational leadership.
UHCL Pearland also hosts a satellite of the nationally renowned Center for Autism and Developmental Disabilities. And the new Center for Workforce Consulting, launching in January, is right in line with UHCL's mission to meet students where they are. Leading the way, new Interim Chief Operating Officer, Dr. Beth Lewis.
Everyone's path is not the same, and it's not on the same timeline. And life happens. Who could have predicted this year? And all the craziness with that. And so we have to have lots of options for students. We have to have lots of options for people in the community who maybe they don't want a full degree, but they want upskilling.
What's your greatest hope for this campus?
This really needs to be a center for not only the corporations, but for workers who find themselves in now a period of change, whether by choice or by circumstance. And that we need to be that center, that hub that can help them get where they need to be next.
And for those who need financial assistance along the way, University Advancement and VP Joe Staley spearheaded the Here We Go campaign. $16 million raised from 11,000 donors to support scholarships and programmatic initiatives.
We want everyone to leave not in debt, but to be able to launch their future.
Showing students a path toward that future is a passion for UH Clear Lake faculty.
Our vision is about our students.
Dr. Elizabeth Beavers, Faculty Senate President.
The majority of what we focus on is enhancing their experience, and in doing so, creating an environment in which the faculty themselves can thrive in terms of teaching, in terms of service, in terms of research.
A strong, engaged faculty is, of course, at the heart of creating a meaningful student experience. Provost Dr. Stephen Berberich is eager to share a host of current and future UHCL initiatives.
I am so excited about the Center for Engagement, Teaching, and Learning. And it was formed from groups that were already quite active. Individually, they were strong units, but when you bring them together, the capacity to really impact change, to support faculty, was magnified exponentially.
The university is poised to launch UHCL Teach, an interdisciplinary program between the College of Science and Engineering, the College of Education, and 34 Houston school districts.
The interesting approach is to take students who've gone into the science STEM degrees and to show them the opportunity to become a teacher, to actually attract students who came for science and then make them some of the best science and mathematics teachers in the area.
Even during this challenging time, UHCL continues to push the envelope, growing and developing in service of its students and the community.
In 2018, we started a mechanical engineering program, and I'm so pleased when I look at 2019 that program at the undergraduate level has doubled in enrollment. Just remarkable to show how we're able to, when we recruit, we retain, and we graduate. Many of those students are out working in NASA and the various contractors in the area, and some are moving on to advanced degrees.
And in keeping with the university's roots and connection to NASA,
we've just recently launched our Institute for Human and Planetary Sustainability. This is led by Ms. Evelyn Morales, who is our AVP for Strategic Information, Initiatives, and Technology. I believe the Institute for Human and Planetary Sustainability is going to allow UHCL to position itself to be a national leader in the area of sustainability.
UHCL is also making its mark on the international stage. Its Texas Medical Center campus is now home to the Diplomacy Institute. President Blake signed an historic memorandum of understanding with the state of Qatar's Ministry of Foreign Affairs in July of 2020, Qatar's first ever MOU with a university in the United States. Dr. Gigi Doe will run the institute, building upon her long-standing relationship with Qatar.
I am just very grateful that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the state of Qatar have the faith in us in the University of Houston Clear Lake and to bestow us this honor to kick off a very important mission for humanity.
The Diplomacy Institute moves on to the Texas Medical Center campus alongside UHCL's nationally renowned Healthcare Administration program. Its dual MHA-MBA program is one of the best in the country.
Most of the MHA programs around the country are part of other departments, like public health and so on. But being part of the College of Business, the message is very clear. This is a business degree that specializes in healthcare. Modern Healthcare is a well-read, well-respected journal in healthcare. And we have always ranked in the top 10 in the country.
The university's excellence is also recognized by various organizations, with 28 programs ranking in the top 25 nationwide. Forward-thinking, innovative, collaborative. It isn't by chance that the University of Houston Clear Lake embodies these characteristics. They are part of a well-thought-out strategic plan, Impact 2025 and beyond.
We're up to Tier 2, which means that the colleges, the departments, the units are all looking at developing objectives that support the institutional themes or topics.
Educational achievement, inclusive culture, innovation through collaboration, and university identity.
It's about what happens in the classroom and how that gets taken out into real-world application, which our institution is known for. Our graduates are everywhere in the world, which is incredible, in every field imaginable. Those who are working in space and those who are working in halfway houses.
More than 73,000 alumni across the globe, many of whom will no doubt be called upon to share their wisdom in the President's new Speaker Series.
It actually is an outgrowth of our strategic planning process and conversations with our Chief Strategy Officer, who's Dr. Kevin Wooten. So the Speaker Series is about that, the future of education and its role in improving the world and ensuring that the regular people who come to our university see all those opportunities and roles they can play and contribute, and at the same time understand that you do it together.
Regular people who come to the University of Houston Clear Lake and leave with an extraordinary education, a profound sense of purpose, and a new family.
You want to go to a university where it feels like home, where you feel like you can grow there. You know, you don't want to be just a number. You want to be who you are.
And when you make it to graduation, you want to celebrate, even if a pandemic forces you to pivot.
They put their brains together, brainstormed different perspectives, and came up with a first event, which was a celebratory motorcade. We had over 250 cars. It was unbelievable. Decorations, we had faculty, staff, and even former graduates, alum, who were lining University Boulevard and around the Spiritus Mundi to cheer them on. Oh, it was beautiful. The honking, the car decorations, just phenomenal. We also held a virtual graduation.
Whether online or in person, in a car parade or in a classroom, at UHCL, the care and connection are always there.
Our goal is to make sure that we prepare the most competent, confident, competitive, caring and compassionate members of the communities.
I've been to other college campuses and attended there as a student, and I have never felt as safe and welcomed as I do at this university.
The University of Houston Clear Lake, building upon its storied past, poised for exponential growth, launching a new generation of students into the beyond.